when you get to a certain level, a certain status in your life, especially like for somebody like Nipsey Hussle, P. Diddy, and all them type of people, famous people, you cannot be in the hood like that.
Somebody trying to prove
you have to put people in place. Now, if you want to build up the hood, you have to put people in place
to do that.
To do that for you. You can still do it, but you got to put some no name
like
in place to build it up.
Like Jay-Z.
We don't have a choice, man. It got to be a. When I go across, I ain't got to go that far north, man. Just north of here. If I go ride down Fullerton, every business over there owned by the Mexican brothers. You know, I look at the community like they own, and then I look at their houses on blocks over here that I made thousands of dollars on through the years, on and off or whatever. And I said, damn, me or none of my guys own this.
Yeah, I mean, you always gotta invest in your own area, your own community. If you don't do it, who else is gonna do it? And the people that would do it, you may not necessarily want them there. You know, if you know the people in your community, you know what's gonna benefit them, then that's what you should invest in.
The brokest people make the best crooks, okay? And you at a spot where you can be touched. They know your schedule. That's anything in life. Hustler, people who live in Courtway building. If we could know your schedule, we know who to touch you, we know your tendencies. Just like the dude from Red Diamonds or the dude from Factory, they see these people getting money, or the owner of Reese's. You know what I'm saying? You see too many people, you see how much money this man's getting. And it's just that. We know your schedule, we know how to get you. We broke as hell, you shine, you win it. So we want that.
And things are gonna happen, they're gonna happen whether it's in your community or not. So I feel like by you knowing the people, you know what they need, you know what you need, and being able to provide a service or goods and services to those people is important. You just gotta invest in your own people in your own community. That's just, to me, that's number one priority. That and your family, that's just important to do.
Being in your hometown, it's hard to kind of grow in your hometown sometimes, bro. Try to be on something different or better. Like, they gonna look at it as, you know, they gonna look at it like, man, who is you? I remember when you was doing this, I remember, okay, you remember that. And that's why I don't want to be around you, because that's not what I was. I mean, that's not what I want to be, that's what I was. It wasn't by choice, but that's what it, you know what I'm saying, that's what it was because of the circumstance.
Now, would I not try to do something in certain neighborhoods? No, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna move different, you know what I'm saying? I think he was, and like I said, all due respect, I think he was just a tad bit too comfortable, because most people we know, whether it's my cousin, my uncle, homeboys, where they died, they down that block they come from, in that same hood, because this is where you from, so it's like a false sense of, you know, I'm good here. You know what I'm saying, my auntie over here. But bro, everybody ain't gonna wanna see you making a change. Oh, I went to school with dude, he doing this now, who we think he is? Bro, jealousy run deep. So you can't sit up here and not do it, but you just gotta, you know, in my personal opinion, just move a little, you know, different.
I mean, I think it's just the mentality, like, just growing up, you know what I mean? Everybody is like, even when you're in high school, you know what I'm saying, somebody say something disrespectful to you, you know what I'm saying, you gotta prove that you ain't gonna take no shit or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people don't grow out that mentality, you know what I'm saying? They keep that same mentality the whole way instead of just talking it out or, you know, seeing his perspective and your perspective. There's ways to talk things out, but as a man, sometimes people feel disrespected, or they still thinking small, where they're just like, I'm gonna take him out. Maybe he's acting out that moment, you know what I'm saying, instead of thinking big picture, man.
Question like, how do we get here, man, where it's so easy to knock a brother off? We losing a whole generation. You know, the young cats that's out here, especially particularly in Chicago, the publicity we get because so many of our young men are dying at the hands of each other. And they are our warriors. They are our strongest ones, man. See, the dysfunction in the household and the pressure that's in the community, it warrants you to have a dark heart.
The environment you grow up in is going to dictate how you respond to things. The reality is, if you're in a rough area and you soft, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
So fighting is how you get, you know, back in the day when we were younger, that's how you got respect. And like you said, some people just never grow out of that, and that's all we know.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody come at you, and it starts with words, and then from there it just escalates to violence, which it shouldn't. But that's just kind of the reality of the situation nowadays.
We are getting desensitized as young kids. You remember when Yami got killed? That was big time news. It was on Time Magazine, everything. You know what I'm saying? It was big news when Benji Wilson got killed. You know what I'm saying? It was a big thing, but we getting desensitized. These video games, everything, this drug use, everything. We could watch Grand Theft Auto. If you see somebody playing 2-3 hours, shoot somebody in the head or carjacking the car, subconsciously, it's desensitizing you from doing it. So it takes away the actual emotion from it, and it becomes so normal.
This is what they know. That's what everybody else is doing. Drug use and everything that's going on in the music industry. People are definitely starting to live this lifestyle, and it's affecting people.
Subconsciously, you hear it all day. You want to act on it. So, I mean, this 100% has, this just plays a role on, you may not even realize it's happening, but you might find yourself just rapping a lyric or, you know, reciting something that you saw in a TV series, and then, you know, you think you that person. You living out that life when that's not even who you are.
Do voting matter for us, right? See, a lot of our people are not politically aware. When Obama ran, right, this was real exciting. It was crispy, it was fresh. Everybody came out and voted, right? But look, by not being politically aware, didn't nobody show up for the midterms. He lost the House and the Senate. I mean, he couldn't push nothing. And of course, Cash, yeah, this shit go always. Chicago is known for machine politics.
Right.
But when I look at the sacrifice that was made for that, when we become more politically aware and start driving on these aldermen, driving on the comptrollers, driving on all these different positions and stuff, just give me a group of, give me 500. And that's a small number. And step to a politician and say, look, 2 things for certain, one thing for sure is that we vote. You got a few minutes to explain why we should rock with you.
I don't care to say nothing about it. I don't care to vote. I don't care.
Right.
I'm a gang member. I sell drugs. I rap. I don't care. That ain't gonna help me. I don't got a regular job. The street administrator. That don't even do nothing for me. The mayor ain't doing nothing but taking money from the city too.
I don't know nothing about this little lady. She look like Harold Washington or something. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I thought it was Harold Washington. Yeah, but we gotta give everybody a chance. If we can give Trump a chance, goddamn, she black, she a woman. Hey, let's go for it. Let's see what's happening.
People have died, people have fought for the right to vote. I think it's important to vote. The problem is that I don't believe that the vote carries with it what it should.
You gotta exercise your vote. If you don't, you can't win the lottery if you don't play.
I'm not finna play with you. Don't talk to her.
Right, on the
And we're
real.
gonna have a problem.
I'm
And
with BJ.
hey, that's it.
I'm
So,
with you.
guys get a little sensitive when it comes to women, so
Definitely,
it's definitely different.
Nigga kill you over that girl.
Yeah.
On my mama.
If that's my man, baby mama, if that's somebody I know, like, I mean, he loves Shorty, he love her, she off limits. But if that's just somebody he rocked with a couple nights here and they hit her before, I mean, it ain't nothing to me. That's me.
And women just feel like if your girl used to had a conversation in kindergarten, like all that shit count.
Well, I gotta be a baby mama. I gotta know you love her. You gotta been fucking with her for a long time, and I gotta know her from being around you. Only way I can do it. Now, if I meet a female and my homie was fucking with her before, and I never knew and never seen her, I'm gone. Then when I'm fucking her, now some months later I seen you in a picture, woo, that's my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, you
When
can't
I'm
help
already
that.
in this.
You can't help that.
I ain't finna stop. This all pussy now.
If my friend end up talking to somebody that I used to talk to and I know I ain't getting out with him, probably went out to eat or something, hey, yo, have fun. If y'all get married, bitch, do you.
Well, first of all, it depends on if y'all really friends, you know. If that's really your friend, then that shouldn't even be a question. You shouldn't even ask your friend, can I date your ex? It's off limit.
Yes. Take that bitch off my hand.
No,
She already off your hand. She left your ass.
I got some women that I have dealt with that
Men
is
too.
open season.
Men too, though.
It's some women. Now niggas gotta admit, it's some women that you done just dealt with no relationship that you like.
Well,
Can't nobody fuck with her.
If it was just some casual shit for like a couple of months, because niggas will say, oh, you know, so they were dating for a couple of weeks. That shit don't count, bro. Like, if you get the go ahead, bro, you have a conversation with her and your dude say, cool, yeah, but if it's one of your day ones and some nigga you been with for the last 15 years, I ain't never gonna go that route if I knew he was ever with her, period. But if it's some little shit, you know what I'm saying, I gotta have a conversation with him. He says it's cool, yeah. And she, you know what I'm saying, it depends, bro. I ain't gonna just do that shit on some, do I kind of like this girl or am I just trying to fuck? If it's just lust, nah, bro. Because friendships, man, that's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you really can only count on family, but it's good to have those true niggas, a couple niggas you can say that damn near is family. They come around moms and your grandma, that, you know, everybody they call them mom, yeah, everybody know, yeah. So I ain't gonna give that up for no pussy, bro.
It depends on the two guys involved.
Right.
Now,
It definitely depends on
in
how strong the
passing,
relationship
if
is.
it's just somebody, a dude that I know, I mean, they may know him on a first name basis, but this ain't necessarily my partner,
Yeah.
then I really don't owe him no allegiance. But like, just say if it was me and him, it would be, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't mess with nobody that he bear children with or really been with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't feel nothing
He
for
probably
your
trying to
exes.
front off or
Nope.
something.
Not none of your exes.
Nope.
Not one of your exes.
Not nan nothing.
You a damn liar.
This is my homie, you know what I'm saying? Whatever girl he talks to seriously is just off limits, you know what I'm saying? Even if she came at me, I'm not replying, you know what I'm saying? And I would tell him, if it ain't my boy, then it's either my boy or not, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. So if you ain't my boy and your girl come at me, then
I feel like, listen personally, right? If you deciding to build something, like you see something in that person that the other person missed, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If a nigga came to me, Joe, like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, like, or if I found out like they was together, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't really even knock it because of the simple fact that you can't stop, you know what I'm saying, something that should have been. Maybe you was just a seasonal person in that person's life. I ain't gonna lie. The Bible says, bro, don't become unevenly yoked.
Yeah.
And if you're in a
How can
religion,
two walk together if they're unequally yoked?
religion, like even when Jesus said he's the way, bro, religion is a way of life. So when you leading a way of life and you can't, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel like it'll work out too smooth. You got a Muslim wife and or a Muslim husband and a Christian wife, like it's gonna be that conflict. So now what's to becoming the child? You can make your own path. But what's to becoming y'all children? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, it matters. You know what I mean? I think it matters, period. You know what I mean? Like, especially, I think the main thing is not really like, it's not about me and the girl. It's more about the kid. You know, if we're gonna get married and raise kids, if you're strong on your religion, I'm strong on my religion. That's gonna be the battle with the kid. Which religion is he gonna follow? Now, if I'm talking to a girl who's, you know, let's say she's Christian, I'm Muslim, and she has no problem with my kid being Muslim, and she still wants to be Christian, but she's okay with me raising a kid Muslim, whatever, then we agree on that, then that's cool, you know what I mean? But you need to talk those things out from the jump, you know what I mean? And if you don't get that out the way, then I don't think it's gonna work, man.
Dating somebody that's a Muslim and you're a Christian, how you expect for that to work? Because they want to go to the mosque and you want to go to the...
They don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate birthdays. You do.
There'll be a lot of problems.
I just think you just both got to be on the same page. That's the way you are. Like you said, y'all need to have that conversation and, you know, figure out how you want to go about it, because it has to align.
Yeah.
You all can't be on different paths here. You either, you know, you got to be able to agree where you all are and how you want to raise your child, your children, whoever. So you have to agree, otherwise it won't work.
I would, you know what?
I would marry outside my race.
That's how I am. I would date, but I wouldn't marry.
I would date. I would kick it. All that. I don't think.
You know what? I would date outside my race.
I don't think I would marry outside my race. I love my queens, even though you motherfuckers be running my motherfucking pressure up, hiding in the motherfucker. I would love y'all ass.
If I can date you, I can marry you.
So you would date outside of your race?
I don't date outside. I never date outside my race.
The question is, would
but
you?
I think people judge. You put too much judgment on the motherfucker what they like. If that's what they like at that time, that's what they like. Let them people like it.
I have a problem when people have a preconceived notion about, I'm not gonna date this black because of that. If you find somebody that you're attracted to, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm not gonna deal with this black man because black men don't da-da-da-da, or, you know, white women da-da-da-da.
Because I gotta,
you know, like, I still want to be able to go over my white family crib and they barbecue and playing spades and shit. I don't want to have to go over there and I'm sitting there Chinese Indian style and shit and trying to get with their culture and shit. You know what I'm saying? I like the way I like how our culture is. So
that's enough.
Other races can't relate to our culture because it's our culture. We done created our culture. So I don't know. I like black, man.
Hey, you like who? If you like, you like.
You like who you like.
I like other races too. Don't get that twisted. But marrying. I gotta have
so what race your man is?
When white people make sure they marry in their race.
I gotta have my black.
If you an Indian woman, you gotta marry in your race. It be in your culture. So when they do it, it's okay. Like, oh, that's their culture. They have to. But when we say we only want to be with black people, it's a problem. Like, I want to marry a black man. Like, why is that a problem?
That's no problem.
But when white people do it, it's okay for them.
But the reality, it do. You know what I mean? Again, like most of the, like especially these days, a lot of people are like interracial couples, and usually there's never a problem between the two. It's parents, what the parents gonna think, or you know what I mean. So there's it could be problems with it, you know what I mean. But I don't think it should matter as long as y'all on the same page again. And if y'all are the same religion, if you guys are religious, then it really shouldn't matter at that point. It's just about the connection that you two have, you know. And the parents have a problem with it, everybody needs to sit down and try to make things work. So.
I mean, unfortunately, it shouldn't matter, but it does matter.
Yeah.
You know, it matters. Like, as long as you all have a strong enough, we'll say, connection or relationship to where you can just go about your business and not care, even including family, as hard as that is. But a lot of families, you know, they're different generation, aren't ready for that. They're not ready for the intermixing of races. And it's you both have to be willing to, if you really, you know, are together, you got to be willing to take on whoever to make that work.
Yeah.
Because society, you know, the reality is they're not ready for it. Most people in society aren't ready for it. A lot of old school families aren't ready for it. They're not open to it. And that's where it comes down to, you two got to be on the same page. And if, you know, you want it to work, you'll make it work.
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to, you know, do whatever it takes. And it's just a shame that we still having this conversation now, especially looking around at the people we see, especially being where we are, that this is even still a conversation, but it does matter, unfortunately, to everyone else. So.
Like, I just feel like who you fall in love with is on your turn.
See, like Nacho like men. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no problem with him, you know what I'm saying, liking and want to marry a man. So that's cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not.
He think like a man and act like a woman. He was in that movie.
Hell no.